different sort of playthrough that I'm really looking forward to. This was suggested to me by one of my fabulous Patreon supporters, and I thought would be a really good, just sort of fit in for between the TSL series that we normally film. Don't worry, Belgium is round the corner. If you haven't voted for the series after Belgium, by the way, go to the first video of the last TSL series. So that's video number 1 of the Mayan TSL. I just had a look. The votes on that as to what I do next, very close. Very, very close. Go and cast your vote. It will likely make a difference. There are a few things about this game you may notice. Hey, that is a lot of starting units. Well, you would be right. We are starting in the Atomic Era. This is a Deity difficulty game. If you want to play along, simply load up an Atomic Era start, Pangea, small map with 6 players, all settings left exactly the same, except for starting the Atomic Era, standard speed. We've turned off score victory, I've turned off tribal villages and barbarians. We don't have apocalypse or secret societies on, and that's about it. The challenge set to me is this. The Mongols are incredibly famous for getting a really sort of ancient to Renaissance era just horse rush, essentially. They are domination experts with cavalry strength and diplomatic visibility buffs to combat strength that combine into just this ridiculously powerful death brigade. But can I do the same if the Mongols had started in 1945, just after the Second World War? The tech is of a much higher level than our good old Kashyyyks. Unfortunately, people now have tanks, which are it's an interesting change for Genghis, I'm sure. We've also got access immediately off the cuff to fascism. I didn't realise Genghis Khan was a fascist, but there we go. And we've been challenged specifically to get a domination victory. Now I think it's possible, and I'm looking forward to this. This should be very different. The main objectives for us are going to be stopping other people from winning science and culture victories, because in turn 366, quite frankly, the Deity AI is going to be able to spawn a lot of stuff like spaceports very quickly. If we just have a look, you can see rocketry is only 1 tech away. So we've got to get our move on. We cannot be hanging around. Now we start with 3 rangers and 3 field cannons, which is an amazing beginning, but the rangers I'm not planning on using as part of my army. We will genuinely go and see if we can't sort of stretch out. What I'm looking to do is form the perfect triangle of cities, effectively, that lets me build an industrial hub that I can spawn troops in vast quantities from. I want tanks, I want planes, I want artillery. That's literally all they're going to be doing. We're in the Atomic Era, right? If I have a look at my text, the ones I want, fighters would be really useful, and then later down the line, things like modern armor and jet bombers would be useful, but a lot of this tech I don't really need. I've got most of what I need right now, as soon as I've got advanced flight anyway. Finding oil and finding aluminium is going to be incredibly important for me, but most of the tech and culture, well, quite frankly, I want to take it over. So industrial zones, encampments, aqueducts, those are going to be the 3 most important things, as well as aerodromes. We are literally going to be producing army. In fact, look at that. Some glorious oil just above. Now this is my plan. Is that not the most amazing city plan you've got? The good thing about starting the Atomic Era is I've researched every single resource except from our uranium. So I know this city plan is going to work. It looks crazy, but what we've done is we've started cities in a 1, 2, 3 formation. That triangle formation lets us put aqueducts down 1, 2, 3. We've created the brilliant triangle of aqueducts, which lets us put the industrial zones down. There is actually, as well, even better, 1 tile. This is actually a floodable tile, this one, so I can put a dam on that tile, which is really good. Obviously, there are other dams I can put down. That's great. We've got some oil here. We've got some coal here. So we've got some resources, but this should create, at the very minimum, +6 industrial zones, probably +7 in a couple of cases. And even better, this one is even better. This one is because I'm putting a diplomatic quarter there. We've got some encampments, and I've got an aerodrome. This one will be a 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, +10 industrial zone. With coal power plants, we're going to create an industrial hub in these 3 cities that should have 2 encampments, which we can use to pump out military engineers for railways, but also tank corps and tank armies in vast quantities. We can also get our aeroplanes out as well. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, it is. So let's get the party started. I think we're just going to immediately jump in. And you can see we start with 10 population, which is pretty crazy. We get given more stuff, including trader routes, which we're going to wait, of course. Mongols are all about diplomatic visibility. Sending a trade route to somebody slaps immediately a trading post down, and that gives diplomatic visibility. And for every level of diplomatic visibility we have over the AI, we get +6 combat bonus. At the very least, we should have a +12 bonus over people for most of the battle, because we're going to have the trade route, but we're also going to have a spy. And if we've got the spy, we can have them getting diplomatic visibility. So the +12 bonus should be pretty throughout the game. They are amazing, Mongols. They are wonderful. But we're also going to be rejecting embassies. We're going to be putting as many embassies down. We're going to be getting things like open borders. Just everything we can do in order to just absolutely cement getting, well, basically as much diplomatic visibility as we can. Otherwise, the rest of my units are going to go exploring. It's well worth finding as quickly as we can where all of the AI are, because I want to find them, and I want to kill them very, very quickly. You can actually see we start with a monument and a granary, as well as having 10 pop. Getting the builder, I'm just going to get rid of this wheat field, because of course I will be putting down the bonus resources. We can immediately get a pantheon, which is really cool. I think we might as well just jump immediately in and go for the 3 settler, because it just lets us put 1 more city down. Yeah, it's not essential, but we can use that settler effectively to go and find some more strategic resources, which would be a pretty good one for me. Now, is it possible? I don't think it's actually possible to sustain the population of the city. We need 20 food, so we can't actually get enough here. So we may lose a little bit of population, but the wheat will be boosted up pretty quickly. That's not too much of a problem. Right, settler, off you go. Let's go find some more oil. As I say, for me, science and settling, not so much of a problem. So I've stuck Victor immediately in my capital, and we're going to jump immediately in for garrison commander through to Embrasia. Now, Embrasia lets me give a 3 promotion to all cities, all units that don't already start with a promotion. It's a really, really handy one. We're just going to hang on to the other governors for now until I know what I'm doing. This is the other thing I love about starting in the Atomic Era. Just put districts down wherever you want for 1 production. Nice. Start with the industrial hubs, because those ones will multiply. The capitals one is going to be the one with the best infrastructure, because I really want that to just do nicely for us. Advanced flight, 200 turns to do that, but you know, we'll speed up in a little bit, and then we're going to keep this trader going. I think, where are we going to head? It's probably important we go to rapid deployment. No, not rapid deployment. Where is it? There's the one that gives us more ability to put planes into the sky. I think it is. I thought it was rapid deployment. No, clearly not. Oh, here it is, globalization. Globalization. So we want more air units. That's pretty good for me, because I think we've got the cavalry one already. And cavalry's pretty good. So immediately go to Cold War. And government-wise, change government to fascism. That's where we want to be. The +5 combat strength will massively help. Really, really good. We're going to immediately jump in on, where is the campus and industrial zone? We don't have any campuses for now, but the industrial zone bonus will be pretty good. I'm also going to go for third alternative, veterancy, lightning warfare, drill manuals, logistics, and public works to get things like builders up and running really quickly, movement, yeah, all of that stuff. I think I'm looking forward to this. This should be really good. We've got 5 conquest targets to run out and get as soon as we can. Oh look, that's better. The city's not starving anywhere near as quickly as it was now, and boof, already we're doing well. This settler's heading over the river in that direction. This settler's heading over in that direction. Magnifique. And even better, we found Buenos Aires, which gives us immediately better industrial zones. Oh, delightful. Second city down. Oh yeah. Okay, everywhere is struggling. Yeah, massively at the moment. Really, really struggling. But that's okay. Just about got enough food down, actually. Now I'm looking at it. This is all fine. Get those industrial zones down quickly. Actually, let's just quickly go and harvest this one. Lovely. I don't like using or wasting resources like that. Just make sure they're all down. That industrial zone's now done. You can see we've already got the aqueduct being built here, which is brilliant. And let's just switch over this tile quickly. Is that going to not let me build a dam? No, what a shame. It does let me build a dam here actually though. So that's fine. We're just going to move this around a little bit. No plan is perfect. All plans are totally flexible. That's okay with me. We don't mind that at all. Should we just put, yeah, let's actually put the government plaza in on this city instead. I am absolutely loving the start already. It is just, oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, food is a problem. Food is a real problem. We may have to sort that one out pretty soon. I might just build a water mill here, just hopefully that'll make some difference. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But look, all the plans all coming together. Quickly just swap this tile in. There's a lot of city swapping of tiles at the moment in order to make this work. So there's already a +3 going down there, which is delightful. You need to get the dam in quickly. Lovely. And okay, this city's pretty stoked already. I had to emergency build some commercial hubs because I was desperately losing money. But that's okay. We don't mind that at all. Okay, so all of our districts are looking pretty good now. You can see, look, +10, +7, +6. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. We've got a couple more encampments I wanted to build. Let's just quickly get all these and these wonderful hubs. Imagine how good these hubs would be, by the way, if I was playing as Japan. Oh, I always can't help but think about how good things are if you were playing as Japan. We've met the Ottomans, our first targets over here. That's good. That's good. We're just settling over in this direction because I've just found some aluminium and that excites me wildly. Also met Spain. Lovely to meet you, Spain. Okay, Madrid's over here, so we've got lots of options now. Just keeping an eye on loyalty. We should be able to get away with putting a city just sort of like here, just to pick that aluminium up. Not a problem. You can see I'm already starting to build a factory, which is a lovely thing. We've got some encampments up. Don't forget, every district we build automatically puts in a lot of different buildings, except unfortunately the Urus don't get put in automatically, but that's fine. We can build those. Once this factory goes in, you can see it should be able to put loads of production into all of the surrounding cities. Yeah, this little industrial hub I've got going, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. Here we go. It's an aluminium city. It's all wonderful. Okay, well, we will get the aluminium in a second. I just need to actually think about getting a bit of infrastructure in first. I think we can probably do something nice with a couple of aerodromes in the area. Oh my god, check that out. +20 production on a coal power plant. Oh, yes, please. Oh yeah, major flood mitigated. You bet. -1? -1? Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Can I not build just a neighborhood and get a food hall in? I'll probably do that, right? Let's do that. Man, we're finding a bunch of city-states, which is quite fun. Nice, lots of suzerains, except from this one. So unfortunately they have chosen to die, I think. It's the only logical explanation to that, but that's okay. We don't mind that at all. You can see my builders have finally got the aluminium up and running. Oh yeah, and look, this city, oh, the food market, I mean, that should in theory be growing now. Why is it not growing? Come on. Come on. Okay, we'll build a trade route and actually build some farms, that might help. Yes, that's right. Send the trade routes. That'll do nicely. Also, I've got a spy now on the way, so we're putting all of these things in place now, which is pretty handy. Population, yes, still a big problem for me. Don't know quite how to fix this one. I just don't have enough tiles, unfortunately. Can I just force the food? Oh no, I can technically. So why is it not doing it? Why is it not doing it? It's putting specialists in a lot of places. Okay. Well, I mean, I'd quite like you to actually get food for me, but I don't want these tiles worked overly, really. At least that's solid growth. That'll do for now. The production we've got from these cities is mad. 110, 82, and 98. Oh, we're only just building military academies and stuff. There's Egypt. Nice to meet you, Egypt. Oh, you're quite far away. I could always make friends with you. See if I can play the longer game with Egypt. They're a democracy. Democracy, democracy. Everyone's a democracy. Ugh. How boring, different governments yet. Everyone's going to hate me. Everyone hates the Mongols, apparently. And you know what? It's probably for the best. We don't want to be friends with too many people for too long, really, do we? Even picking up the War Department now. God, my infrastructure is just nice. I like it. This is really, really good. Now, we should probably start to actually build a little bit of army now. I'm thinking tanks. We definitely have got lightning warfare. Yes, we do. So we can go for tank armies, actually. This would be pretty nice. Just see if we can get a few of these and get them rolling to the front line. It's about time. And there is a listening post. Ho, 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 ho. Right, so we've now got lots and lots in here. Top secret printing, trade route, spy in place, Mongolia's Ursa effect. What else can we do? Send a delegation. Players Catherine, nope. Come allies, nope. Master spy, that would be quite a good thing. And then Catherine Goddard, I believe we can have a look at her. Oh, no, I'm not even searching. I think she's a little earlier in the game. Where is she? Modern era. Yep, so she won't appear in this game because we've got atomic era great merchants. That's a shame, but hey, it's probably for the best, otherwise we may get a little bit too overpowered, I'd say. Finally building a campus down here, just by get a little bit more science. We don't need to play the science game, but it just helps to push towards flight because I've got a lot of aluminium now, and whilst the tanks are coming along, unfortunately the planes are not. So yeah, that's something to work on. Here we go. Diplomatic victory points, we're not going to worry about too much at the moment, but let's go for production. I really want to be able to build units quicker. That would be amazing. Amazing. We're going to vote upwards on just amber, something random, just to stop other people from getting rid of our luxuries, which they probably will end up doing. And then we'll vote for ourselves on a couple of points on this one. And then world games. Yes, I will do that because I like to be involved in stuff. So let's see what goes through. Production. Here we go. Good. No salt. I get 2 diplomatic victory points. That's handy. It just stops anybody else getting them, I guess, which is a thing. I've got 14 points, which is hilarious. Okay, good. And the tank armies are now complete, which is even better. Brilliant. So, you know what? We need to think actually about thinking about going to war with the Ottomans soon. Plus 18 intel on opponents' movements. That's not bad. That's not bad. That'll go down to 12 once the trade route stops. But I've got the trading hub and I've got the spy, so things are pretty good. Madrid is the sneakier one. I want to be able to get over to Madrid. Just met John Curtin, who, oh look, he's also democracy. Who'd have thought it, eh? Well, you know, it's a good thing that everyone is totally different on this map. Oh, got all these major floods being diverted as well. Thank God we've got a dam. This would have been absolutely brutal for us. Should we go for some artillery army? Yeah, I quite like the sound of that. That's pretty cool. And finally a Manitore, who is actually, apart from the Ottomans, doing the best. All democracy. Good God, we're in a world of democracy here, ladies and gentlemen. We need to introduce fascism stat, I think. It's the only way. Don't mind me here while I just pop a new city up just on the coast. Put a harbour here. Spain, definitely not sending you a trade route in order to, you know, get a combat bonus with you. Ho, 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 ho. No, I'd never do that. Never would I do that. Oh yeah. Artillery army, it's all beginning to add up now. We've got more tanks on the way. Just building more troops. Just endless waves upon waves of troops. You see I've now got the harbour district up here as well, which is delightful. Should we get is it worth getting another trade route immediately? What sort of campuses have we got? As a +2 there. Oh, I guess that's quite good. Just trying to think of whether I should boost advanced flight any further. Or I could just get gold, I guess. Just stick it here and get more gold. Difficult choices, eh? Yeah, gold. Gold is needed. Hemorrhaging it at the moment. And unfortunately, my army bill is only going to go up. So, yeah, this is needed. Oh, Ottomans have just switched to fascism, which means they now like me. It doesn't stop me going to war with them, but what I'm going to do is I'll just get an embassy with them in a second. Actually, yeah, I can just do some trading with them just to get a little bit of their gold, actually, thinking about it. What would you give me for this? One tank off. I just don't need anything at the moment. They're being really, really grouchy. What would you give me for 20 of this? Yes. Okay, we can probably do some sort of deal with them, but what I'm looking for, effectively, is away into their empire. Let's just get the embassy going. Yep, wonderful. So that I can just move a tank in and go and have a sneak peek as to what they're doing. In the meantime, I've got other cities that are being built purely to get strategic resources like oil all over the place here. Actually, I can't even get the one in sea. That's a bit of a pain. Never mind, it's fine. But we can get this one, for instance. So that's really good. We've got some more aluminium down here, which I'm sending for this city. Literally just for, like, luxuries. Yeah, doing okay. We're not far off war, though. 9 turns and we can start getting planes into the sky, and we will be going after people very quickly. Yeah, that's right, Spain. You get out of here. This is my city territory. Lots of harbours, lots of possibilities for trade routes, lots of extra gold. Okay, this is good. We're also getting a lot of strategics coming in now. Oh, I don't know why he went up there. Especially because my tanks and artillery are eating everything up. We're going to need a lot of oil, I think. So many people are trying to get to space. Stop it. Why bother? Why bother? Actually, Ottomans have got 2 techs already, and before I get my first one, gulp. That's okay. It's okay, we don't mind. We don't mind. We're only 6 turns away from planes now. Still just getting a few more traders. You can see I can get a route all the way from here, actually, to Istanbul, which is lovely. But if I plonk it here, there's more chance we can build some road along the way, which will help for now. Oh, artillery. Yes, this is lovely. We can actually start firing on this city-state next turn and start to push our way through there because, yeah, Ottomans, we're 407 turns. We've got 93 turns to get this done before the end of the game. So, you know what? We can do that. Let's see if we can trigger John Curtin here, declaring war on this city-state. But more importantly, we're basically just doing it to get our artillery army leveled up nicely. Now, there is an infantry army in the city, which is causing me a little bit of grief. But it doesn't stop my tank armies all running in. These guys have got a lot of health, a lot of strength. They're not likely to be able to do much in the way of actually destroying the city, but, you know, it doesn't hurt that they're there. Actually, these field cannons, I'm just going to bring all the field cannons together. Might be a good idea. There you go, I've got an army now. Means my city strength should be a little higher than it would have been. Ooh, I can pillage culture. Actually, that shaves loads and loads of turns. Oh, that's really nice. Let's keep doing that. My troops are merely passing by. Don't worry about it. I want to lie to as many people as I can. I don't mind if people hate me. That's the important sort of differentiation in this game compared to other games. Oh, yes, look. Pillaging. Lots of stuff. Nom 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 nom. I'm actually pretty impressed with this. The amount of tanks I've got. 4 tank armies. This artillery army is just having a bit of fun as well. 2 turns off planes. This is brilliant. I'm really enjoying this. In fact, actually, I think we will just get a little bit more experience with our tanks. They're not taking too much damage, to be fair, but it just levels them up. Excuse me, Egypt, how rude. Don't be recruiting partisans in my city. Oh, I mean, honestly, this is just more of a faff having to deal with this rather than, like, a genuine concern of mine. I've got tanks and artillery being produced next turn. They'll mop them up pretty quickly, but honestly, why bother? I personally think this is just rude. So not only are they pillaging, but a volcano's just gone off and just blown everything to bits. Ugh. Please don't do this. I've got a huge army, like, just waiting to fire on you now. This ranged attack, like you can see, because I've got logistics, they can move and fire. They still haven't fixed that glitch from the game, and boom. Okay, look, tank, you are outmatched now. Please stop. Whatever you were doing. Oh, everything's on fire. Do I need the War Department done? Yes, I probably do. The Stock Exchange I can't fix at the moment. But then, it's all about bombers. Let's get some bombers up. And yes, I absolutely am going to add a proposal that I can be given gold for a natural disaster. That would be hilarious if we could do that. And let's see where uranium is. It's going to be the next little job for us to do. So it took me until now to actually get my second civic, which is ridiculous. But what have we learned? Well, actually, third alternative gets us a bit of gold and culture, so that's fine. But veterancy is useless. Drill manuals is kind of important because that's kind of coal. I like logistics. I like public works. Obviously, the 5-year plan is creating an industrial hub in my city, but I need another policy card. We can afford one that's much better. I think levy en masse. Because at the moment, yeah, my army is my biggest expense. So if and actually diplomatic league we no longer need. Let's go for Merchant Confederation. Yes. So those two policy cards, look at that. The gold is much healthier now. I don't need to make a load of gold. I'm not planning on doing anything with my gold. It's purely so I don't go bankrupt. Yeah, ravaged by a natural disaster and a Manatore. No, boo. Sucks. Sucks to be you. Oh, they both failed. Oh, everyone's boring. You can see these tanks are actually healing really quickly because I've got supply convoys of them. It makes a huge, huge difference. So if I just get you to attack, that's the city-state taken. Keep city. Rebellion, well, we can deal with that pretty quickly. Everything's broken. Everything's broken. I wonder why. I definitely wasn't the person to break all that. I promise. Victor, shall I move you? I mean, I quite like having Embrasure where I'm building the planes, but really that's not going to be the biggest problem, is it? So let's put you on the front line. It is kind of what you're for, isn't it? Here we go. Listening post. Oh yeah, Ottomans. Coming for you. Especially because I'm now building bombers.